everyone, long time no see. It has been a while. Oh, my camera might be a little bit too large. Let me adjust this, and then let me adjust the border. Should be able to just... Alright, that's good enough. How are we today? I'm not doing super well. I went to the doctor, and let me make sure my mic is working. Yeah, okay, it's working. Good. So, I went to the doctor today because I was feeling like ass cheeks. Excuse me, drainage. And I felt like I either had strep and like something was wrong with my kidneys, right? Because about a month ago, a little over a month ago, right? I had like increased blood flow to my kidneys, and I was in a lot of pain. And then it started happening again. Keep clicking on the wrong fucking chart. I'm trying to see if my ultrasound results came back, which it probably won't be until sometime tomorrow. But it never hurts to look. Plus, they wouldn't call me tonight anyways. They close at 9 p.m. My urinalysis looked good. My strep was negative, but they sent off a throat culture just to be sure. My creatinine was just fairly low, but doctor said you would much rather it be low than high. I mean, all things considered, everything looked good. On the preliminary results of my kidney ultrasound, he didn't see any increased blood flow, but that's just the preliminary results, and he's not a radiologist. So it's very possible that, there could be. Because I feel like they said that about the preliminary last time, and there still was increased blood flow. You know. So that happens sometimes, of course. Anyways, I'm going to click on YouTube, and we're going to get started. We're going to watch some videos tonight. I don't know how long I'll be streaming, maybe an hour, maybe 30 minutes. I really couldn't tell you. It depends on how shitty and tired I start feeling. We're going to try to find something I want to watch. Well, you know what? Let's watch an SML video. Why not? Let's see if they've uploaded anything I'm interested in. Oh, this one's probably going to be funny, since he hates, Big Hero, I think is the name of the movie. So, you know, let's just watch it, see what it is, let's see what it's about.
Oh, looks like I solved this Rubik's Cube. Oh wait, no I didn't. It's changing colors. Easy, I didn't know there were Rubik's Cubes that did that. Wow. But see, I thought it was red, but now it's not red anymore. How do they even do that?
That would be such a mindfuck. I already can't solve a Rubik's Cube because I'm terrible at, algorithms, is it? Yeah. I'm terrible at those, so that would be fucking terrible.
What kind of technology goes into making something like that?
What are you doing, Cody?
Oh, guys, I bought this Rubik's Cube that changes colors as you solve it. See, it looks red, and now it doesn't. Isn't that crazy?
Dude, what's the point of doing that?
Yeah, why would you want a Rubik's Cube that you can never solve?
No, I know, it's a huge problem. It's actually one of Jay-Z's 99 problems. A bitch, that's not a problem. We all know he has one. But this is a problem.
What are his other 98 problems?
Oh, just simple things, you know, like his shoes always coming untied, or when he eats Starburst, they get stuck in his teeth, that kind of thing.
That's understandable.
It's like everybody's problem.
Hear ye, all bow before the birthday boy, Sir Richard Goodman.
Shut the f*** up, Chives.
Very well, sir, but you told me to say that.
Yeah, but I heard it and it sounded gay, so shut up and go away.
Very well, sir.
Hey,
Hi, Richard.
happy birthday to me.
Is it your birthday?
Yeah, don't you see the birthday hat?
Yeah, and the announcement.
You're not gonna say it back or what?
Oh, yeah, happy birthday.
Happy birthday.
Hey, happy birthday, dude.
Oh, Joseph, don't start this again. What the fuck is a turk day?
You know what the hell.
Happy birthday, Richard. What'd your dad get you for your birthday?
Oh, he's gonna rent out Disneyland for me.
What the whole
Wow.
Disneyland, dude?
Just for you?
Yeah, just for me. I get to fly on my private jet there with 3 of my friends, so you guys are coming with.
Oh, wow.
How much money you got?
That's nice.
We get to go to Disneyland all by ourselves?
Yes!
That's so sick. And we get to fly on his private jet.
Were there kids? I don't think that would be allowed. I think they would have to have an adult with them to be able to enter Disneyland. Correct me if I'm wrong.
I ain't getting on no jet, dude. They crash all the time. I'm not hopping on one of those.
Well, I mean, we're going to Disneyland in California, right?
Yeah.
Why don't you rent out Disney World? We live in Florida.
My dad told me that it was too expensive to rent out Disney World, so we're going to Disneyland instead.
Well, you have to fly.
I mean, they're both nice, in my opinion. Over Disneyland and Disney World, I prefer Universal Studios. It's one of my favorites.
The jet, Joseph, because California's so far away.
Hell no, dude. I can run there faster than making it on a plane.
Well, you cannot run to California.
It's gonna take you like 8 months.
I can make it there faster than the plane, Cody. Did you not just hear me? I got black feet, unlike your white-ass feet. It might take you 8 months or 8 years to make it there.
I don't think it matters what color your feet
I
are.
don't give a damn. Watch me make it there.
Well, you sounded fast.
He went,
So what do you guys want on the in-flight meal?
I want a cheeseburger.
Okay.
I just want something simple, like, you know, like a bloomin' onion.
Okay, come on, let's go.
Ooh, those are a lot of calories.
On that plane.
Should I ask my dad if I can go?
I don't care for onions.
Come on, live a little, where them nuts hang. Get out.
Okay.
In Albion, no matter where you go or what you do, your mount will accompany you on your journey. Perhaps you'll pick...
Alright guys, welcome to my private jet.
No, it's kind of small.
Oh, it's kind of small. Where's your private jet at, Cody?
I'm sorry, you're right.
Alright then.
All right, sir. Here's your filet mignon cooked medium rare, your loaded baked potato, and your bacon mac and cheese.
Yummy?
Yes, sir.
Delicious.
Caesar salad?
You didn't order any.
Okay, I just thought that maybe on my birthday that you could read my fucking mind!
No, I'm sorry, sir.
Travis, the macaroni and cheese isn't even al dente, but the fucking steak is!
Ew. And for you, sir, your
I'm sorry I'm not reacting that much, guys. Like I said, I'm very tired.
blooming onion.
Well, flip me upside down, suck my ass, and call me a goober. You actually pull it off. It's an actual bloomin' onion, Jimmy.
Is that what a bloomin' onion is?
It's a bloomin' onion. That onion is blooming.
Oh, okay. Well, I ordered a cheeseburger.
Hey, both! Get him his cheeseburger!
Yes, sir, coming right up. All right, sir, here is your cheeseburger and your french fries.
Oh, man, that looks good.
Perfect.
Wait. Can I get some ketchup?
Well, you see, we're out of ketchup.
Well, can you get me some?
No, sir, we're out of time. There's no time.
Richard!
Shh, please don't tell him we're out of ketchup. He's going to brand my ass like a cow.
Richard!
Please, I'm begging you. I'll do anything. Don't tell him about the ketchup, please. I don't want to be branded like a cow for the 3rd time this week.
3rd time?
Richard!
No, please. I will jump out this fucking plane once it takes off if you tell him about the ketchup, and everyone will go down with me. Please.
Goddamn.
Tell him about the ketchup.
Do you have mustard?
Yes, we have. Oh, wait, no, we're out of that too.
Richard!
No, please! Please, I'm sorry! I'll do anything.
The voice actor's trying not to die
I'll
laughing.
on your boots. I'll play Fortnite with you for a week.
Calm down. Just use some of Cody's bloomin' onion sauce. Damn.
Thank God.
Hey, Cody, can I have some of your bloomin' sauce?
No, cough. I need it for my bloomin'.
What?
I need it for my bloomin' onion.
Well, I need some for my burger.
Yeah, well, tough turtle turds.
What? Listen, the guy said we're out of ketchup.
What? Charles, the birthday boy wants to take off!
Very well, sir. I'll let the pilots know immediately.
What the f were you doing?
I was cooking your meals for you.
You are so old. Tell the pilots we gotta take off. It's midnight, Charles. I want to get there at 6 a.m.
Okay, sir.
It's like talking to a brick wall.
Don't we have the park all day?
Yes, but I want to get there the second they open, and I want to stay there all day until they close.
Oh, okay.
Sorry, guys.
No!
Bad back pain.
Baby, I'm so glad I got this big bacon classic. This bitch is good.
All right, pilots. He is ready for takeoff.
Can I finish my Wendy's first? Damn!
Absolutely not.
Oh my God.
Look, Tyrone, I'm Bane. You really adopted the dog. I was born into it.
Oh my God. Damn, baby. I really thought you were made for a minute. They're going to put you in the next movie shit. All right, niggas, y'all ready to take a flight?
Dad?
Cody, what the hell you doing on my plane?
Cody, it's past your bedtime.
You even got a passport, little nigga?
Me and your father are about to join the Mile High Club.
Why would they need a passport? They're staying in the United States. It's California. It's not like they're going to Tokyo Disney.
And over, and then pause for a little water break, and then over and over and over again until we make this whole room stinky and steamy.
Oh yeah, Cody, it's gonna be stinky. I think I have BV.
Yeah, it's a little stanky.
I have BB. But it's not from sexual activity. It's, they say it can happen a lot during the summer. I'm not sure why. Maybe you sweat down there, and, you know, it's one of those things.
But buckle the hell up! We better take off!
Oh, God, it's about to get stinky.
Guys, do I have to put my seatbelt on for takeoff?
No, it's a private jet. We can do whatever we want.
Hey, Junior, if you want to join the Mile High Club, just let me know. It doesn't have to be with a girl.
I don't mind the gay jokes sometimes, but here's the thing. Cody used to be, like, super smart, and gay was just part of him as well, but, like, now they've just reduced him to the gay guy. And it's the same thing with, Timmy, I think. Like...
Okay.
Oh man, Richard, I can't believe your dad rented out Disneyland.
Doesn't look right out. I see a lot of people here.
Yeah, there are a lot of poor people. Maybe those are the cleaners. I should call my dad. What do you want, son? Dad, there's a lot of poor people here at Disneyland. Yeah, that's where poor people hang out. I thought you rented out Disneyland for me. I'm not fucking Mr. Beast. What the fuck? You're telling me I have to hang out with the poor? The stinkies? Yes, you have to learn how to be a normal person. I have to wait in line, Dad? Yes, you're 18. You need to learn how to wait in line with all the other stinky poor people. No, fuck you, Dad. I hate you. I hate you. You didn't give me my AirPods.
Did he rent it out?
No, Eddie didn't give me my AirPods. This is the worst day ever. I hate him.
So we have to be here with the normal people?
Yes, all the stinkies. Ew, poor. There's so many poor people here. Ew, poor people, stinky people, poor people.
I cannot believe they actually did that. Oh my god.
People everywhere, poor.
Richard, it's okay. Let's just go wait in lines like normal people.
No,
and see if you can get it.
poor. There's so many poor people here.
No, come on, it's not so bad. Let's go try it out.
Okay.
All right, Richard, you're on Thunder Mountain. It's a really fun ride.
It's a fucking choo-choo train. I'm not poor. This isn't the 1800s. We're looking fun. We're having a good time, Junior. This is bullshit. Look,
It seems like a fun little ride. It's nothing crazy, but it seems fun.
It's fun. Look, You're not dead. You're not dead. It's going to come.
I thought I was dead.
Look, we go to the top of the hill, and then we go down super fast.
Why is it clicking and clanking? This is so shitty. I gotta call my dad. Hello? Dad, this is the poorest shit I've ever been on. This is an 1800s choo-choo train. Having fun? No! This is the worst birthday I've ever had in my whole fucking life. Get used to it, buddy. Is that a fucking goat? There's a fucking... Dad, I'm on a poor farm with a fucking goat. This is bullshit.
I hate how people associate farms with being poor. You have to be rich as fuck to own a farm. Oh my god, guys, it's reverbing. I'm so sorry. Let me open up Streamlabs real quick. It's probably because my microphone, like it's probably my microphone picking up on the desktop audio. What I can do is I can turn this down a little bit. Yeah, just a little bit. I'll sit my microphone in the floor and I'll tilt it up to me, so hopefully we won't have to deal with that issue anymore. Hopefully this is better. I hope so anyway. It should be a little bit better now. Oh shit, didn't mean to skip ahead that far. Motherfucker, I've got to get YouTube Premium again. This is pissing me the fuck off.
Sign up for Microsoft Rewards and earn points for your
I don't watch ads. You poor.
Please, my.
Okay.
Get out, Dad. Get out. Fucking. Dad, I'm on a poor farm with a fucking gun. This is bullshit. Wait, I'm so poor. No, I'm not having a good time, Dad. And Judy's thinking I'm having a good time, and I'm not. Let's fuck away. Hang up, Dad. All right, Richard. Now this is a ride where you're in a car and you race.
This is the poorest fucking car I've ever been in. I think it's a Hyundai.
No, it's a Lamborghini.
No, look, this is not a Lamborghini. It's got 3 seats in the front.
Yeah, you know. I mean, I know you're nice, though.
Yeah, I'm in the
Yeah, if you're poor, I like Lamborghinis and Ferraris.
Okay, well, like.
Let's get it going.
Yeah, because they're.
Holy shit! Why is these cars have faces on them?
There's the cops, Cody.
He's got a mustache. Hey, look, it's Larry the Cable Guy.
Is that a hillbilly truck?
Yeah.
Ew, poor!
I don't
Hillbilly!
My eyes are going in the dark.
Oh, dude, I look cool as hell. Look at me.
I'm not gonna give you money!
This is part of the movie that goes, I sheep it all in a boot.
I don't remember that.
Like the life could be a dream.
I don't remember that.
What is this?
That's like in the Queen.
True tell!
Yeah.
Ranger Vest!
Oh, Luigi. We're going to Luigi. We can't say that name. We can't say that name.
Mangio. We're talking about Mangio.
Look, there's Luigi Mangio.
There he is.
Oh, that's in a spot.
Who is it?
Those cars look amazing.
Here's to our dog.
Are you going?
Yeah.
What do you got? It's a dog!
All right. We're about to race somebody.
Okay, we're gonna kick their ass.
That's Doc McStuffins.
That can't be his name. I don't believe that's his name.
That is Doc Rivers.
Doc what?
Doc Rivers?
Not Doc McStuffins.
We're gonna race? Hell yeah! We're gonna race, we're gonna win!
I think they're gonna pull up next to us. We're gonna beat them in a race, Cody.
Okay, yeah, hell yeah. Yeah, we are.
You're gonna lose, you're poor!
Yeah.
You're poor!
Yeah, we're gonna beat you.
Can't believe they're actually shouting that at people. I love how friendly the people are though, like they're just rolling with it. Those guys look like they're having the time of their life. So nice.
We did, Richard!
Yes, we did.
What were you doing?
I had a back problem for a second. I was just thinking about how poor they are. You poor motherfuckers.
Look at them smiling. They're not even offended because they know they're just messing around. I'm surprised Disney is letting them take these cameras on the ride. Most theme parks will not let you do that because they don't want to be liable for something happening.
Come now.
All right, Richard, this is the Incredicoaster.
This looks dumb.
It's not dumb. Watch this.
That's decently fast.
You like this one?
Looks fun. I've never been to Disney California. California is very far from Kentucky. Like, even if I took a flight, it would probably have to do a layover. I always wanted to see what LAX looks like, though. I bet it's a really nice airport. I bet it's huge.
Alright, Richard, what'd you think about the Incredicoaster? It was peak. If that's what poor is, that's the only poor thing I like. Yeah, that's what poor people do to have fun. Oh, I love it.
Jimmy, look, there's a Baymax meet and greet.
What the fuck did you say?
You give me
Uh-oh.
figure of 6?
Oh, hell no.
Uh-oh.
There's Baymax in here, Junior.
Oh, look at that bomb.
Yeah, you didn't even need college. You didn't need college. You built nanobots.
He built nanobots that could build a skyscraper in 5 seconds.
Oh, damn, you're roasting his ass, Junior.
I can't wait to cuss you out. Ooh, when I meet Hero. Ooh. I can't wait to meet him. I have so many things to say to him. I'm glad his brother died.
Damn, that's rough.
I mean, he's so cute, though. I've never seen Figure 6, but, like, he's adorable.
Oh, man, Cody, now it's our turn. It's our turn to meet him.
Oh,
He's leaving, Junior.
Huh? He's not leaving.
Yeah, I think he's scared of your ass.
What do you mean by?
Yep, scared him off.
No. What the fuck?
You scared him off, Junior?
Oh.
sorry, guys. My throat is hurting.
Oh, fuck no.
Come on, Junior, let's go.
No. Bring out Baymax. Bring out Baymax. Say it with me. Bring out Baymax. Bring out Baymax. Bring out Baymax. He's scared. He's scared of the truth. Cody, he's back. Little bitch is back, fat ass.
Alright, next group, come this way.
Alright, go roast his ass, Junior.
Hey, bitch, Max. You're fat as shit.
Marshmallow looking ass. Hero didn't need to go to college. You know that, right? Tadashi's dead. All because of your ass. Vanilla ice cream looking ass. Don't you have a claim you need to go to? Where's the white? Big Hero 6 sucks. You ain't got nothing to say? Oh, you don't want to say anything? You too scared? I'm gonna beat your ass right now. I don't know where to begin to hit you. I'm gonna hit you in the fucking...
Wow, Junior, I can't believe you got us kicked out of Disneyland for beating up Baymax. Except it wasn't even Baymax. It was just a Make-A-Wish kid in a costume who wanted to be Baymax for a day before he died of leukemia. How does that make
I have no words.
you feel?
I just wanted to beat up Baymax to show that I hate the movie.
But it's not the real Baymax, so it doesn't even matter.
Well, I could have got my hands on that Asian kid.
That Asian kid wasn't even here. It was just an actor. They're not really the people from the movie.
It's not about the money. It's about sending a message.
Stop quoting the Joker. You just want an excuse to be an asshole.
No, I want to show how much I hate Big Hero 6 and the movie
I
sucks.
think you made that clear.
Alright, guys, I got my balloon. I'm ready to go.
Junior, no, it's just a...
Get off my plane now!
My dad's a pilot.
I don't give a... Get off my plane! Jesus.
Junior, I'm so fucking mad at you. We had a private jet home, but you just had to beat up a fucking balloon.
It was Baymax,
I don't care who the fuck it was. It was a balloon, and now we have to walk.
Okay, but it's not that long of a walk, okay? Like halfway.
It's like an 8-month walk, Junior. It's a pretty long fucking walk. It's only been 2 days.
Keep talking like that, I'll rock your shit.
I won't rock your shit. I'm
No,
not
beat your ass. No, he got those glasses. Wait, Joseph?
Oh, what's up, guys? Wait, did I miss it?
Yeah.
Damn, I was so close.
I mean, he actually made it pretty far, right?
That's pretty impressive. It's only been 24 hours.
Yeah, well, we have to walk back home now, Joseph.
Damn, man, I thought I was gonna see something.
Oh, Cody, can you please, like, wave down a car and offer, to do gay stuff to him so they can drive us home?
Yeah, okay.
Please, my legs are tired.
Oh, man, I'm so glad to be home.
Oh, dude, my legs are sore. Thank God that truck driver picked us up.
I'm just glad we don't have to hear that slurping noise anymore.
I know, it was giving me a headache. Oh, I wish I had headphones.
Yeah, I was getting pretty tired of it too. But if I stopped, he said he would drop us off. You know, I'm not that into truckers.
Well, I mean, we got to play on his bunk bed.
Yeah, that was cool as hell.
Oh, yeah, that looked fun. I was just kind of permanently wedged between 2 knees, a steering wheel, and a big hairy belly.
Well, I mean, we stopped at Carl's Jr. and got burgers.
Ooh, that was good as hell.
Yeah, it's the only break I got. I got a thick burger.
Yeah, a big burger.
And a big, thick piece of meat later.
Jesus.
Wasn't good.
Listen, Cody. We're still friends, right? You're not mad.
I'm pretty fucking mad, Junior. We could have taken a private jet home eating bloomin' onion the whole time, but no, you had to beat up a balloon.
That was a Baymax balloon.
I don't care. We could have flown.
Well, Cody, look, let's shake hands. We're friends.
You know, Junior, when we were on the road, I actually called Chef Pee-Pee, and I had him make something for you. Let me go get it.
Make something for me.
Okay, Junior, how you feel about this?
Bread?
But look at what does it look like?
Bread?
Who specifically does the bread look like?
The Pillsbury Doughboy?
The Michelin Man?
The Fall Guys character?
No, it looks like Baymax. Yeah.
Oh! Yeah. Yeah, that's right.
Some hard
That is really
Yeah, it's
impressive.
been frozen for a while. Hey, I'm looking for Junior.
I'm in here.
Oh, yeah. So, that kid you beat up died, and now his mom wants to press charges.
Oh, no, I'm being charged with murder?
No, he died from his terminal illness, but his mom is really mad at you and she wants to charge you with battery.
What kind? AAA or AA?
That was actually a pretty good one.
Oh my god. Oh, battery like the crime. But the batteries are also what you use to... Oh, that's good. You know what? Forget the charges. You brightened my day. Do you have any idea what I had to do to a truck driver for 3 fucking days?
Pretty good video, guys. Let's see what else we can watch before I get too tired and have to go to sleep. Because obviously I want to watch more than one video. Refresh the homepage, see if we get anything else. Oh, there's my live stream. Don't know if I should watch that. Stuff like that on stream I might get in trouble for. I've seen that. What if Free's always trained? No one in the universe will be able to beat him. Minus like Grand Zeno. Alright, let's see if there's any Vocaloid drama. I've heard about this before, but I want to hear what this. I haven't watched the one from this YouTuber, so we can definitely check it out.
Whoa.
What's that?
I just built a budgeting app in Base 44.
Guys.
Vocaloid songs are typically innocent and fun experiences that everyone can enjoy.
Yeah.
But one day, someone composed a song that made everyone angry. How did this even happen? Well, let's start where it all began. Meet Hidagi. He's the composer of a few popular songs that put him in the spotlight, like the highly acclaimed Tetris. So, all eyes were set on what would come next from him. He would compose a collab song with Channel Cast Station, the animator behind Mesmerizer.
Damn, you're on everything.
The song was to be called Zockle, and on the night it was released, it blew up extremely fast. But Hidagi never expected that it would soon backfire and jeopardize his career. Zockle follows the story of a young schoolgirl, voiced by Kayuki, singing about how you are a loser pervert who has the value of a small fish. Keep that line in mind for later. Kayuki then flaps her lips, texts on her phone, and dances around like an iPad kid without their Adderall until the song ends. It seemed like an innocent, simple song at first, but many people quickly noticed that Zockle had some questionable undertones.
Yeah.
I remember the night Zockle came out. I was in my goon cave listening to the song on my phone, and I immediately saw a divided comment section. People were freaking out that Kayuki, a child-coded character, was singing about a...
Not to mention she's also voiced by a 9-year-old. Yeah, the person who voiced her is not certainly an adult now, but...
a quote-unquote fish. If you know what that means, well, you know. Was this song secretly a commission by P. Diddy? Short answer, no. Long answer, There is a lot of criticism behind Kaiyuki's usage that let Zako become a huge misunderstanding between Japanese and Western culture. Let's talk about the elephant in the room, Kaiyuki. She's a vocal synth who's notable for being voiced and designed after a 9-year-old grade school child. Obviously, there are guidelines about how you should use her on her website, notably that you shouldn't use her for morally obscene songs. Whatever that means depends on where you come from, and in the case of Zako, there's a big discrepancy between Japan and the Western world of certain definitions and values. Remember the line I told you to keep in mind? Well, let's talk about mesgaki. It's a media trope that's defined as a young-looking, slutty girl who teases a superior about something they lack. And it typically falls under the Japanese pornography definition. Great omen, by the way! Critics of Zako point to the scenes with the fish as moments that are tiptoeing the lines of what's okay and what would put you on a list. When you hear a song about a grade school girl talking about your penis size, it sounds pretty frickin' weird. We in the English-speaking world see fish as a slang for penis. In Japan, though, it's supposed to be a play on the song's title, Zako, which means something like small fish, or in slang terms, weak and useless. Kaiyuki is calling you a Zako, and considering all the juvenile elements of the animation and the author's intent, the song was really commentating on the awkward experience of a first crush between two people of the same age at a grade school. It wasn't trying to be sexual, but the cultural disconnect...
I disagree. The imagery is definitely...
didn't do it any favors. It's also worth mentioning that more explicit mesgaki songs were being released at the time, so I'd say people were justified in mistaking it for one in the first place. Mesgaki is a common media trope in the Japanese-speaking world for some stupid reason. But for this story, people were worried that creeps would get off to Kaiyuki teasing them due to her unmistakably grade school design. So, people tying Zako to the weird stuff would cause some discussion. And that's not all. Another problem comes with the word hentai. In the West, we obviously associate the word with pornography. But in Japan, it has a softer definition. It basically means you're calling someone a weirdo or a pervert. One of my artist friends pointed out that this word can be hard to translate between cultures, like in this one scene from Guilty Gear. Clearly, Jako isn't talking about reading some degenerate...
I'm sorry about that, guys. Our dogs are barking.
My Hero Academia fandulgin, but is calling Bedman a weirdo in a teasing manner after deleting some data for some reason. I don't know, I haven't played Guilty Gear. I think the best way you can think about it is a couple of Genshin Impact nerds call you gay for sitting by yourself in class with an eat bag full of VTuber merch. You know, poking fun at you. Kaiyuki calling you hentai thankfully doesn't have to do with the adult stuff in the song's lyrical context. But it still puts off people because, well, 9-year-old girl. The Japanese media tends to romanticize the school years, and it's odd because us Westerners, we tend to really hate school, but that's basically the Zako drama in a nutshell. All of this discussion came from misunderstandings between oddly specific and strange cultural differences between the West and Japan. Beyond this point, the drama basically becomes a pissing match on Twitter. I don't want to deep dive into it because it'll put me on life support again, and I don't have good health insurance, so I'll just give you my thoughts on the Zako debate instead. Was Zako problematic?
Tinder shows you know is now.
How are you gonna give me 2 ads on fucking 8-minute video?
Girl, get on Tinder.
Amazon Music now includes audiobooks.
3 ads. 3 fucking ads.
Yeah, but Not for what you think. The real question I think people should have been asking was, why did they choose Kayuki?
Yeah.
Well, the animator, Channel, made a tweet talking about the duo's creation of Zockle. They never intended it to be a Mesgaki song. They only used Kayuki due to her voice being well suited for the song in their ears. It was supposed to be commentating
Don't know if I buy into that.
on a grade school student's first love encounter, but it came off as pretty vague, and Channel's animation style tends to be provocative. That could have been taken the wrong way, since, well, you know. And it doesn't help that Channel has a horny side on Twitter, so because of this, they would later announce that they would remake the song without the Kayuki stuff. And on March 10th, 2025, the new version released, starring Akita Neru of all people. Yeah, the Banana Miku herself, alongside cameos by Teto Kasane and Hatsune Miku. I did a poll in my community tab a while ago. A huge majority voted in favor of the Neru version, and I have to agree with them, mainly because I think the song fits Neru's character more than Kayuki. Plus, in the Suwako house, we love Neru. Though I will admit that, despite everything, the song's pretty average. Hiiragi should be thankful that this drama happened, because the song is already pretty generic. It already left my mind. When the new version released, I genuinely didn't care at that point, because the Discourse sucked out all the fun of an already mediocre song. If you like the OG version, you were a pedophile, lolicon, pervert. But if you hated it, you were a tourist who got scared by a drawing of a young person singing about a fish. I think, actually, normal people can agree that Hiiragi and Channel were tone deaf and made the song too open to interpretation in the wrong ways. Moral of the story? Fuck Twitter users. I think the duo made the right choice in remaking the song. Besides, the Triple Baka game's back together.
Alright, decent video. We can definitely check this one out as well.
Music sounds so most popular.
Alright guys, let me go pee real quick. I'll be straight back. This is probably going to end off stream at 11. I'm getting tired. God, that chocolate, I have a wax warmer, I have a candle warmer in my room, and I have this Little Debbie Cosmic Brownies candle. It smells fantastic.
So Vocaloids, they seem to have got a lot more attention this past decade, with the main source of said attention mainly coming from the most popular Vocaloid. Yes, believe it or not, there are other Vocaloids, like a lot, and there used to be more, but some of them have actually become lost media due to the fact they aren't supported anymore, so they've kind of been left to die or experience something similar to the singular Hexbug fan that still exists, where they are basically the only one keeping the memory of said product alive even after it's been forgotten and even renamed. But as I was saying, people mostly associate the name Vocaloid with a singular blue-haired, leak-wielding cultural icon, recently divorced clanker, Hatsune Miku, or as she's most commonly known, the Fortnite character that rode on the back of Godzilla to fight a giant squid man with the support of the Avengers, Squid Game characters, Invincible cast, and the Mutant Ninja Turtles. Honestly, at this point, I would not blame you if you're starting to suspect you're having a schizophrenic episode, experiencing a delusion where there is a timeline where this does actually exist, but here we are. But Hatsune Miku is definitely the most recognizable Vocaloid, with almost 3.5 million listeners a month. She even has her own concerts, which I must say are a lot more impressive than that one VTuber concert I saw.
Yeah, that
She's
was
had a successful legacy in media and the internet in general since her conception in 2007, and some of you that have probably started developing crow's feet may even remember when every Nightcore song back in the day would always have a picture of Miku present for some reason.
Yes, I
I'll say
remember
again, if you remember this image and the song that goes along with it, you are in fact considered old now, and it's time to get that 30-year
Well, fuck me then. Angel with a shotgun, of course.
mortgage with outrageous interest rates that you'll never pay off, buddy. And you might not know this, but especially if you are old, you may have already listened to Miku and her voice before without knowing. Because if you've ever seen the very old meme Nyanka, Miku was behind the original version of the song used.
Get ideas and insights from experts in your field on LinkedIn.
But as said, Vocaloids have been a thing for a while now, and mainly got popular due to the introduction of Hatsune Miku and the music that followed. However, with all that said, what is a Vocaloid? Well, to keep it brief, Vocaloids are the product of the Vocaloid software created by Yamaha Corporation, who also make things like motorbikes and ATVs, but the software allows someone to make music by typing the lyrics of a song and using voice banks, which are samples of human vocals, that can be manipulated in a way to provide a voice to said lyrics. That's why most of the time Vocaloids and their music sound sort of robotic. In fact, the voice of Hatsune Miku was sampled from Saki Fujita. And despite owning and making the software, Yamaha does not own the rights to Miku. She's actually owned by Krypton Future Media. And what makes a Vocaloid an official Vocaloid is that one, it must be created in the Vocaloid official software, although even though the company that owns Miku are no longer using it and have gone on to make their own software, Miku is still considered a Vocaloid primarily due to the license provided by Yamaha Corporation, which is another thing required so you can actually label your product as a Vocaloid. And is a lot of work and money, which is why only professional companies like Krypton Future Media own a majority of the Vocaloids we see today, with only a select few other companies having their own Vocaloids like Shanghai Henan IT. And you also have to worry about things like designing and potentially creating your own professional voice banks, which a normal person may not have the resources for. But even if you went through that entire process and didn't get the license, your product still wouldn't be considered a Vocaloid, but a Utiloid, which if you say a few times in succession, it sounds like a slap of Vocaloids. So Utiloids are basically the poor person's version of a Vocaloid. If you don't want to fork out an extortionate amount of money for a license to the official software, or spin the wheel and risk getting a totally free and legitimate version that only comes with a trade-off of your webcam light permanently being on, and command prompt flashing you every time you start Windows, and let's not forget once again the copious amounts of funding and effort you'd need to put in just to get the Yamaha license to call it a Vocaloid. But Utiloid or Utao is like a non-official or non-canonical Vocaloid, mainly produced by the community and is usually created within the free software Utao Studio, using free or creating their own voice banks that can can be put into the software directly, hence the name Utiloid, which also has been used as a label for any non-official Vocaloid like Fananoids, even if they don't use the Utal software, but for simplicity's sake, all of them usually all come under the umbrella of Vocaloid, official or not. Now obviously there are a lot more Utiloids than there are Vocaloids, primarily due to the fact the bar to label your product a Utiloid is a lot lower than the requirements for a Vocaloid, and once again Utiloids are community made, and usually all you need to create a Utiloid is a visual design, software, and a voice bank. But Utiloids have existed around about just as long as Vocaloids, and some are even on the same level or just as popular as their official counterparts, with key examples being Defoco, made in 2008, Momo Momon, also made in 2008, Renri Yamin, released initially in 2014, there's also Neru, released in 2007, but they are considered a derivative, not an official Vocaloid or Utiloid, because she doesn't have her own voice bank and she was heavily based off Miku, with her nickname actually being Yellow Miku. And probably the most popular, and who this video is about, is Kasane Teta, or just Teta as she's usually known, who in the community is mostly respected and regarded as an official Vocaloid despite officially not being one, and currently she has a fan base that almost rivals Hatsune Miku herself, and even more recently Teta...
Yeah, I really like Kasane Teppo's voice, it's very unique.
...has become increasingly popular due to her involvement in multiple memes and posts.
Man, I'm gonna break my monitor, I swear!
Especially those that could be seen as controversial, to say the least, that I've been seeing on my Instagram reels.
Do you think it was very fucking cool? Yes, I do. One at the end I'm tired of pretending he's not.
Which altogether has led to Teta having a huge effect on the Vocaloid community, even if she is still a Utiloid. But where did Teta come from, and how did she have such an impact on the Vocaloid community and the internet as a whole? To the point where she actually has a demonic-like cult surrounding her.
Say the word of the day! Tom! What is it about Tom? Go outside and get a Tom!
So the story of how Teta came to be is kind of a funny one, as she was originally created in 2008 by the users of a Japanese forum page called 2channel. Around this time, Miku had just been introduced to the world and was making waves on the internet, so the residents of the forum page 2channel in April decided to make their own April Fool's joke, which was to make their own version of a fake Vocaloid, which led to the birth of the red-haired gremlin Teta. They went as far as to provide an entire concept of the fake Vocaloid for the prank, with an artist by the name of Sen providing the artwork for Teta, which bore a heavy resemblance to Miku in a way from her outfit to numbers present on her arm, but with key differences like the hairstyle and the colour. Soon users of the forum page would also attach both lore and details to the character, which was also heavily involved in the prank and resulted in Teta officially being 31 years old, which is the youngest age for your average old school RuneScape player. She was also nor female nor male, she was instead a chimera. And yes, I did start that sentence by saying she, because most just refer to her as female because of her character design. But also, unlike Miku, instead of being obsessed with leeks, she was obsessed with bread, mostly baguettes. And we were very fortunate the users of 2channel decided to grant some mercy with their troll and didn't make her French. French! They also provided her personality, which was apparently a tsundere, and that she dislikes people that think her pigtails are drills. And to tie the ribbon on their April Fool's joke, they made a whole website dedicated to the bit that appeared like an official page announcing the debut of this new Vocaloid Teta. The online prank did succeed. A lot of people thought there was actually going to be another Vocaloid, and some even became highly interested in this character even after they found out it was a joke. But after April Fool's, Teta was basically abandoned, as the majority of 2channel users moved on as they had already done what they set out to accomplish and the joke was over, even though they put so much effort in.
Guys, I'm so sorry I'm not reacting much. I'm feeling really tired and I'm sick, so...
into it, and the product of said joke was a very believable and somewhat competent design. However, Teta wouldn't just be thrown in the trash and have her story end there, because as said, some were interested in the character and refused to let Teta just be tossed aside as a one-time joke. 13 days after April Fool's, Teto would get her first voice bank made by a fan for the YouTube software, and the voice behind it was Mayo Oyamano, who frequented the 2-channel forum, and at the time was only 15 years old when she decided to volunteer as the voice of Teto. And with the voice bank created and provided to the community, Teto had now evolved from a joke to an official Utiloid, and soon after, the first song would be made with her voice bank called Fade Diva, which used both Teto's and Miku's voice bank to make the song. And this song saw a decent amount of attention, with each re-upload at least getting over 100,000 views. And within 6 months of her release, there were hundreds of uploaded videos made about her on the site Nico Nico, which is a Japanese video sharing website like YouTube, and people began using her voice bank to create their own music or create covers of existing songs with it. In fact, Teto received so much attention that eventually a fan-founded management group called Twin Drill was made specifically to manage the intellectual property that is Teto. And within said group, it included the 2-channel users that provided the voice and art for her April release. She would then, in 2009, receive an update to her voice bank, upgrading the quality of her voice, where it previously sounded like this, and it was now upgraded to this.
I love this version so much better. It's got like almost like a growl to it. I don't know how to explain it. I just really like the sound of her voice. It's really unique.
This was definitely a bit better than the original, but this upgrade may have indirectly helped spread Teto throughout the Western world, as Teto was only really being noticed in Japan up to this point, and she hadn't really been introduced to any.
Guys, let's hope that my throat culture comes back without staph or something, because I've had staph in my throat before. And my throat's really sore. It could just be drainage. I mean, that's likely. The doctor said it was likely pharyngitis, which in 90% of cases is caused by a viral illness. God damn it, dogs. Okay.
Other country, but with a now updated voice bank that sounded better, a lot more people began to use her, leading to the creation of one of her more viral songs, Teto Territory.
I don't know why I'm checking my chart.
I crunched the numbers on this, and the margins are...
Type that up. Only I don't.
Like, I know they're not going to have the post results back tonight. They're closed.
No, if it's good,
They've been
even
closed
better.
for like
Neat manuscript
an hour and 40 minutes.
The song was basically about who Teto was, her likes, dislikes, and her ultimate goal to become a Vocaloid, and how she's going to overthrow the monopoly on Vocaloids. Along with the upbeat animation, particularly Teto dancing, it quickly garnered a lot of attention, mostly outside of Japan. It even became somewhat of a meme back then, with people making their own version of her dance. Now at this point, more people knew about Teto, but it didn't stop there, as another fan would make the song Fukureta in 2010, which also got a lot of attention, and for some reason also became nostalgia bait for most people alive in the 2010s, and like its predecessor, it also found its way into internet culture at the time. Gradually over the years, Teto would continue to grow influence, and with the release of even more fan-made music and her previous success on the internet, it was almost impossible to ignore the influence Teto was gathering. She wasn't on the same level as Miku at that time, but she was present, and this led to her in 2014 being finally officially noticed by Krypton Future Media, and they would involve her in an official Vocaloid project. It was just that in said project, she was kind of there in the background.
Hey, that's my shoulder.
She was added as a DLC in the game Hatsune Miku Project Diva, but she was just a playable character. She had no voice lines and her voice bank was not used at all. But at least she finally received some form of official recognition. However, past 2014, Teto would struggle a little, as would most Vocaloids. This was known as the Great Stagnation Era, or as it's alternatively known within the community, the Dry Period. This is where Vocaloids in general no longer saw the same growth they were experiencing in previous years.
And now they've blown up again.
It was kind of the same thing Minecraft faced from 2014 to 2017, but this was primarily due to factors like a lot of influential Vocaloid content creators in the space going on to other adventures outside the Vocaloid community. Not only that, but they apparently saw an oversaturation problem because things looked so promising years prior. It led to the overproduction of new characters and voice banks to the point where there were so many, a lot of them just failed to get any traction. In general, it looks like Vocaloids had become a dated trend and the hype for them was over, and it would just slowly fade into obscurity. A good indication of this was with the release of a Miku song called Sand Planet, which some
Such a good song.
interpreted as a reference to the decline of Vocaloids. Teta around this time was still around. She had a few
fucking love the rap section.
popular song releases and even apparently a feature in a production, and was once again involved in another DLC pack in 2016, but she saw the same struggle other Vocaloids were seeing at that time. But despite the Vocaloid community going through a difficult time, she was officially featured in the Hatsune Miku Symphony concert in 2018 and 2019, which also celebrated the 10-year anniversary of Teta, and she was one of the only non-Vocaloid characters present. But still, Vocaloids had seemingly hit their peak, and it was only downhill from there. And it started to look like this was just a temporary trend where they would just be discarded and forgotten by the end of it. Well, it may have been like that if the second golden age of Vocaloids didn't come about, as in late 2019 to early 2020, perhaps due to the release of things like multiple Vocaloid-themed games and the rise of short-form content platforms.
I have Hatsune Miku Project, I have Hatsune Miku Mega Mix Plus on my laptop. I have over 500 hours in that game.
Like TikTok, the community began to pick up again and create more Vocaloid content, with specific creators like Pino, Deco, Giga, and Maretu being popular examples. This introduced more people to both Miku and Vocaloids once again, and content.
How do you mispronounce Deco? Like actually, Deco. Maretu.
Started rolling out, but Teta wouldn't share that spotlight till a bit
Like, I know I'm being nitpicky, but it takes no time at all to look up how to pronounce these things.
later on, as her voice bank at this point was very old. It did receive some upgrades here and there, but overall it was quite dated compared to other voice banks and Vocaloids. She wasn't completely discarded, she was used here and there, but she was slowly being
Sorry for pausing so much, this milkshake is killing my stomach. I'm lactose intolerant and I didn't take my lactate pills before drinking this.
forgotten, until in 2023 where she would receive a professional update to her voice bank as an addition to the Synthesizer Studio, which also came with an update to her appearance. And thus Teta once again, like in 2008 to 2010, would capture the eyes of the
Mom, make him stop!
community, as her voice was a lot more human now and higher quality, and some people had an absolute field day with her new voice bank.
Your life is nothing. You serve a zero purpose. You should kill yourself now.
But this improvement resulted in her being heavily used with popular songs like Override and more recently Mesmerizer, which was a combination between Teta and Miku and reached over 180 million views. And after this, she would join Miku on stage performing the same song for the Hatsune Miku Japan Live Tour in 2025.
You know what pisses me off? You know what really grinds my fucking gears? They did not use the holograms. Sorry about the dogs. They did not use the holograms for the most recent concert in America. I know it's probably hard to transport a lot of this equipment, but come on, it's kind of bullshit. Like, why does Japan get the holograms and we get a fucking LED screen? If I wanted to watch Miku on a TV, I would sit at home and do it.
Yes, Teta was created as an April Fool's joke towards Vocaloids in 2008 and was completely community made and then somewhat discarded after the joke was over, but in the current day is now currently somewhat on the same level as the face of Vocaloids, Hatsune Miku. She has rightfully earned the name Diva born from a hoax. They grow up so fast. But that is where Teta is to this day. And as you can probably tell, the name of this video is the most controversial Vocaloid. It's probably something like that. I'm not very good with titles if you couldn't tell. I mostly just pull them from my ass all the way from the depths of my prostate. But how is Teta the most controversial Vocaloid? Well, there's a bit of contention within the community if Teta should be called a Vocaloid, especially considering her past and her...
I don't see why that's such a big fucking deal. I really don't. It's a very similar software. It might as well be called Vocaloid.
overall conception. Some vehemently defend the point she isn't a Vocaloid as she still isn't considered official, and there has apparently been a bit of gatekeeping in the community against those that were introduced to Vocaloids through Teto, despite her once again not being a Vocaloid, and some treat it like she's encroaching on Miku's territory or something. But on the other side, people refer to her as a Vocaloid for either simplicity or out of some sort of respect, as she was originally this one-off joke, but is now almost on par with the face of Vocaloid's Hatsune Miku, getting the Vocaloid treatment and is basically everywhere. She's constantly being acknowledged by the powerhouses of the Vocaloid industry, perhaps to the dismay of people on the opposing side. She was even recently in a McDonald's ad, and it was heavily rumoured she's going to be eventually added to Fortnite. Yes, I know around a year ago there was propaganda being sent around that she was getting added to Fortnite then, just for a majority of people to eventually realise they've been baited, but that rumour is once again being circulated, which is either god tier gaslighting and they may have to create a hotline for Teto fans if it isn't true, or she is in fact going to be added just like Miku, which will further solidify her impact within the community. Another reason apart from her just simply being called a Vocaloid is down to the community surrounding her and her recent adoption as the face of shitposting.
Watch what eggs do.
How are you going to give me an ad at the end of the goddamn video? Are you fucking
the question I've heard
Two!
from cat parents in
Two!
50 years, and the real answer
As soon as I get money
always
and I'm getting
catches them
YouTube
all.
Premium, this is retarded.
Now there's a few communities you don't fuck with, one of them being the Uma Musume community.
Yes, I can say retarded, I'm autistic. And yes, I love Uma Musume.
Because if you say anything even remotely negative about one of their horse girls, they will flail you alive on top of an open fire. Believe me, Peter learned the hard way. And another community is Teto fans, as they are usually described as very deranged or gremlins. From the contraptions they've made to the sheer amount of meme posts that some think have crowded the Vocaloid community to the point where you cannot escape them, I mean, how do you think I found out about Teto? It got to the point where it apparently overflowed out of the Vocaloid circle into my Instagram Reels feed. But it has led to a bit of so-called Teto fatigue because she is all over the Vocaloid community, and some are starting to feel like she's overused.
So is Miku!
And let's not forget about the war crimes being committed with Teto on Instagram Reels, because, you know, it's Instagram Reels. But yeah, Teto is controversial basically down to how she came about, to how she gathered enough influence to rival the titans in the industry, and because she became so popular it led to some infighting within the community regarding her title, and if she should be the one exception to that standard for said title. And she's also viewed as controversial due to her gremlin fans flooding the community with endless shitposts.
You can't tell me there didn't used to be a shit ton of shitposts about Miku as well. And you know what, I consider Usaloids Vocaloids, because it's the same fucking software. Get off your high horse.
To the point where the average Vocaloid fan will probably see a plethora of derogatory Teto memes on a daily basis.
Teto word of the day! Horse racing!
Now I will say I am basically a tourist. Yes, string me up on the cross and call me a degenerate. I will admit I am not that experienced in the ways of the Vocaloid. I'm quite the basic bitch. My favourite song is Echo and World Is Mine. But I can see why people like Vocaloid.
They're good songs. Doesn't matter if they're popular. I hate it when, like, you get into an artist and, like, people get pissed at you. Well, Vocaloids aren't an artist, they're an instrument, but you get what I'm saying. People get pissed at you if you like a band's or a musician's, like, most famous songs. It's retarded. Like, I love Smells Like Teen Spirit by Nirvana. And people don't like that. And I'm just like, it's a good song. Who cares?
Vocaloid so much and why Teto is such a contested topic within the community and why she's so loved. She isn't a traditional Vocaloid and had questionable origins, but that's probably the best part of Teto. She wasn't made by a corporation, she wasn't extensively planned, she was an April Fool's joke that became one of the
It's an example of the community coming together. I think it's wholesome.
top characters in the industry. And from the perspective of a tourist, I'd call her a Vocaloid even if it isn't an official title. But that's basically it. This is another video topic I found through my Instagram Reels feed. I hope a hex bug crawls under your foreskin, and yeah, that's all I had to say, and bye-bye.
Naomi just discovered the sweet sound of earning and saving
Let's
money.
watch this.
Twice Yearly Prep is here. One office visit every 6 months. 2 times a year for...
I don't want to play this, dude. I don't want full screen on, because that means I actually have to play
No,
this
this
game.
is a fucking Let's Play, actually. Let's not. I thought it was going to be like a documentary type thing. I've seen this. This is funny animation. I tried watching this anime, by the way. It sucks. It's just ass. I'm sorry. I'm sorry to anybody who likes it. But I'm allowed to have my own opinion. Oh, I really liked her. That sucks. Let's do...
AI is popping up in the Vocaloid music space, and it really concerns me. AI, especially Suno AI, has been starting to come up more in pop music. You can Google it and find AI-generated songs that have actually charted or gotten a lot of streams on Spotify. And if you go to Suno's website, you can find a lot of AI Vocaloid songs which aren't actually Vocaloid songs because they do not have any Vocaloid in them. A lot of people don't understand why this is so detrimental to the Vocaloid community. People say, isn't Vocaloid already AI? And the biggest issue is that
No, not really.
Vocaloid is so accessible and so unique, you don't even need AI, you can just go make a Vocaloid song.
I wouldn't say it's extremely accessible. A lot of the, especially the popular voice banks for the main Vocaloids, are expensive. But that doesn't excuse using AI.
But to fully have this conversation, you need a short little history lesson first. The program Vocaloid was first released in 2004. Vocaloid 2 was released in 2007, and that's where things really started to take off. Vocaloid is a Japanese synthesizer. You select the syllable the synth should say, and the pitch with which it should say it, and then you tweak a million settings to make it actually sound good.
Like your period, you can't fast forward this ad, but you can speed up absorption 3 times faster.
Guys, I promise I'm getting YouTube Premium again. This is fucking ridiculous. I just started the video. The beginning of the video, I got to it. We're only 1 minute in.
To use, and it takes a lot more time than hiring a human singer, and the results are often seen as less quality. But there are a lot of reasons why people prefer Vocaloid over hiring singers. One is money. Yes, Vocaloid is pricey. You need to pay for the application and for a voice, so you might think it's not worth it. But for a human singer, you need a person and a place to record and equipment to record with, and you have to talk to the person and communicate your ideas. So a lot of the time it can be cheaper to use a fake voice, and it also gives artists more control over their ideas. There are also a lot of free alternatives to Vocaloid, like Utau, or just random free trials and things like that, where you don't actually have to pay any money. If you think this sounds just like AI, and Vocaloid replaced humans just like AI does, and there's no difference, you're wrong. Because Vocaloid created an entire new market for music. A ton of artists who had no means to make music could now make songs for relatively cheap, and it created a whole other market for singers. I'm guessing Utayate existed long before Vocaloid, given these are just Japanese cover artists, but now Utayate mainly focus on Vocaloid songs. These songs have skyrocketed dozens of singers' careers. Popular singers like Mafu Mafu or Ado, and on the English side of YouTube, Will Steetson and Raichi started or were made popular by Vocaloid. Nobody really wants to cover AI songs because there is so much stigma there, it's not worth it. Basically, Vocaloid created a lot of new opportunities for singers and songwriters. You can't talk about Vocaloid without talking about the voice banks themselves. The voice banks are made by paying a human singer to record and edit their voice, and then sell it to other people. These singers do not have their voice stolen without their consent like AI. They are paid for
A little bit redundant. If it's stolen, it's already without their consent, but I'm nitpicking.
their time. When you think of Vocaloid, you probably think of Hatsune Miku, the most popular of them all. Hatsune Miku was a little bit different from all of the vocal synths before her, mainly because she was marketed with a character. Hatsune Miku had a cute design and a decent quality voice for the time. Fans came up with personalities and lots of different designs for her. They used Miku in the videos of their songs, and she became an iconic Japanese character. All of a sudden, people weren't just using synths because they couldn't afford a human singer. They used it because they wanted Miku to sing a song for them. And it didn't stop there. Kagamine Ren and Len were released after Miku and were incredibly popular, since you get a male and a female voice bank for the price of one. Megurine Luka was the first voice bank released with an official English voice bank. And after that, a lot of other Vocaloids got English voice banks too. When people talk about Vocaloid, most of the time they are referring to these 6. Meiko, Kaito, Hatsune Miku, Kagamine Ren and Len, and Megurine Luka. I think the most notable one outside of that is Gumi. And there's another program called Utaru that is free to use, even though your results aren't that great. And the most notable Utaru was Kasane Teto. She got so popular that she got her own official high-quality voice bank. But more on that later. Outside of the characters, another big reason people would use Vocaloid instead of singing or hiring a singer is there are just some things people don't usually sing about. A big part of the reason I love Vocaloid songs is you can find songs about literally anything and everything. The pop industry won't let you write an epic 8-person song about trying to uncover who's possessed by a demon, and Vocaloid is a safe space for people to do that. You get a lot of songs with more disturbed themes than normal pop songs, and these kinds of things are really good, because, like the famous quote says, art is meant to disturb the comforted and comfort the disturbed. And Vocaloid is a way where people can write disturbing things that can comfort other people. Now I want to circle back to when I mentioned Kasane Teto, because I think that's where this starts being relevant to discussion of people calling Vocaloid AI. Like I said, Kasane Teto got a high-quality voice bank, and it is called Kasane Teto AI. This is where so much confusion comes from, because it is not AI in the way people think about AI now. It is not generative AI, but it is technically still AI. Remember how I said you need to spend ages fine-tuning these synths to make them sound good? A lot of newer voice banks do some of that automatically. Vocaloids like Kasane Teto and Gumi require a lot less work to make something that sounds really good, to the point where sometimes you can't even tell it's a Vocaloid. But make no mistake, the voice providers are still paid for their time, and you still have to do the work to make it good and make it a song. Before we get into Suno AI and Vocaloid, there is a very different type of AI we have to talk about. I don't remember the name for it, but it's when someone takes a human recording and uses AI to make it sound like a Vocaloid.
Third time we're getting an ad break, by the way.
Come on, baby, let's go.
Ridiculous. We are 7 minutes into the fucking video. I like her regular voice.
It sounds really weird, right? There are a lot of websites that do it for you, and it's actually illegal, since Hatsune Miku is a product that is sold, and this is piracy or plagiarism or whatever it is. That is still wrong since it's AI stealing people's voices and a paid voice bank. It's not any more ethical to have you sing something and have a program make it sound like Miku than it is for you to just use Suno AI to generate a whole new voice. And now we can finally get into what you guys actually wanted me to talk about. Suno AI infiltrating Vocaloid music. Cry was the first AI song with any sort of popularity. Of course, there are lots of AI Vocaloid songs, but nobody listens to them since Vocaloid has so many good songs to listen to coming out every day.
Tomorrow,
Taro made several videos about this, so I'm not going to go in depth. I'll link them in the description. But basically, Cry was found out for being AI. The artist Okiso said it wasn't. He put out proof that was convincing at first glance, but the second you looked any deeper, it gave even more evidence that this song was AI. Something I would like to point out is I heard Cry before the controversy, and I thought, this sounds good. I'm not gonna lie like most other people do and say it always sounded like slop or trash, and I'm not gonna lie and say, now that I know it's AI, it sounds like trash. It still sounds pretty good, which is scary. And when I heard the remake version by Taro, I didn't like it very much. And I saw a lot of people expressing the same sentiment, that now that a human made it, it sounded just kinda off and weird.
I hate to say it, the AI version does sound better.
I think the reason for that is AI gives things high levels of polish, but neglects the little details and fundamentals. Like with art, how you can see it's very well rendered, but there's really messy anatomy and it can't draw a star or a straight line or anything. Listening to the original Cry, the best word to describe it would be smooth. It has a very simple and smooth feeling to it, and it flows very nicely, because AI just generates what it thinks should happen next. It sounds very pleasant. But then, if you actually look at the lyrics or the structure or the fundamentals, or even just the instruments used, it all falls apart. You start to notice that this is a boring song. The lyrics are pointlessly repetitive. The instrumental isn't actually that great if you actually look at it. Cry sounded nice, but it was objectively a bad song at a very basic level. And now, here's a much recent controversy that is still getting sorted out. Liar Macaron. This song came out, and immediately some people had suspicions about it. The tricky thing is that the Vocaloid tuning doesn't sound like AI. This is very clearly Teto tuned by an actual person, but the backing track sounds sketchy. It has the same issue Cry had, where it sounds smooth and pleasant, but if you actually start to pick it apart, you notice a couple issues and inconsistencies, maybe, that make it seem not as good. Currently, the jury is out on this song, so I'm not going to talk about it very much. A lot of people are sure it was AI-assisted, but that means very little because it could mean anything from you use AI to regulate track volume to you generated the whole thing and then tweaked a few things. There's no actual guidelines on what AI-assisted means. So I'm just going to move on and ignore that for now. The creator also posted another song right after. I didn't actually catch this, so I'll play this clip.
Did the creator of Liar Macaron post an AI-generated song? Speculations going around once again regarding Bluff and Speed, the artist behind Liar Macaron. It was said that they had actually posted the pseudo-AI version of their song. It was quickly taken down for the version with Kasane Ketchup vocals replaced instead. Here's a clip of the song. What do you think?
This drama is still going on, so I don't know
it sounds smoother than regular Teto, but I guess that could be the tuning.
How it will go as of now. It's clear to me that this person can make music and just wants to take the easier way. Isn't Vocaloid already AI? I've heard this so many times from so many people who generate AI music. I can't count the times someone has said to me, but Vocaloid is also AI and lots of people like that, or even worse. AI is a tool just like Vocaloid. And I always want to just get mad at anyone who says that, because you are an idiot. I do not have a whole table covered in tiny Miku figurines to put up with this nonsense. A lot of ignorant people think Vocaloid is a software where you just type in, "Sing my song for me," and then it magically does. While in reality, it's no different from a piano. If you take an electric keyboard, it doesn't mean you can just write down a prompt and throw it at it and the piano then suddenly does it.
Yeah, no, you have to put in the phonetics for a song and everything. You have to put it in the right keys and the right notes. You have to tune it.
You can look up tutorials on how to play a song. You can ask someone else to play a song for you. You can change how the keys sound. But someone still has to be there to push the keys and play the song. Vocaloid is no different. It's not AI just because it's digital. And I find it just insulting when people call Vocaloid AI, because Vocaloid is an amazing art form because of how accessible it is. Everyone who wants to can make a Vocaloid song. You can buy Hatsune Miku for $100+, or you could use Anitau, or you can use this random free-to-use Vocaloid app on my phone that's entirely in Japanese. And because of that, we have hundreds of thousands of songs we never would have heard otherwise. And each of those songs have helped numerous people in ways the creator doesn't even know. I hate it when people dumb all that down to, it's just the same as Suno AI. That is literally the quickest way to make me mad at you. I know that with AI music becoming more and more popular, it was bound to happen. We were bound to have AI Vocaloid songs. But it just kind of depresses me since Vocaloid is so accessible. You don't need a recording studio or equipment, or even a computer sometimes to make a Vocaloid song. But you do need something that all of these AI people refuse to have. Effort.
Fourth advertisement of the video, guys. This is an 18-minute fucking video.
Here's your bag.
Shop the Kate Spade Margot bag.
Welcome to Refresherland. Kick back with black cherry, bold and tart, or new pink pineapple.
If there's another ad in the next 2 minutes,
It's a ton of effort. Typing a prompt into AI doesn't take any, and these people just want the easy way out. A lot of people keep saying that the industry will learn to accept it, and like Vocaloid, new industries will pop up. But that's just so twisted to me. No big corporations said, let's cut costs, so why don't we just use a Vocaloid instead of hiring a singer? Because that's not how it worked. Vocaloid gave a voice to people who didn't have one. And you can argue AI does the same. But in reality, Suno AI is giving a cop-out to people who are lazy. If you really wanted to make music, you have everything you need at your fingertips. I cannot express that enough. If you have a device to prompt AI with, you have a device to make music. So stop being lazy and stop making excuses. No, Vocaloid isn't anything like AI. That's just the same as calling digital art the same as Midjourney. It's a different way to create. Vocaloid didn't steal jobs. It gave different people jobs that they couldn't have before. There is a difference between accessibility and AI, but AI users want you to confuse the two. AI users always say, I have to use ChatGPT to generate pictures because I can't draw. It's just helping me do something I can't do. You have all of the same means I do. You have a phone you can install IBIS Paint on. You have YouTube for tutorials. You are all set. Don't say AI makes things more accessible. Art and music and writing is all as accessible as it can be right now. All AI does is get rid of effort. And effort is how everything good in this world came about.
Exactly.
So, sorry I got a little ranty there, but if you agree or disagree with anything in this video, please leave a comment. I'd like to hear what you think. If you enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe, and thank you very much for watching.
Very good video. Okay guys, I hate to do this because we've only been live for an hour, not even an hour and a half, but I'm very tired, I'm not feeling well, and I think we're going to end off stream for the night. I might stream again tomorrow, it depends, I have some homework to do for my college classes, but thank you guys so much for watching.